After every meal, Peter was dragged into a room and beaten. His mother sat at the piano, playing loudly to muffle the sound of his cries. Dependent on his stepfather for survival, both endured the abuse in silence. Even so, after each punishment, the man forced Peter to shake his hand and say, "Thank you." That toxic home hardened him. Peter grew into an aggressive boy. He fought often, was expelled from several schools, and eventually no institution wanted him. To give him a future, his mother sold a painting and secured him admission into a private boarding school. When he left, she said very little, only hoping he would complete his education. Peter understood what was at stake. This time, he couldn't fail. But as soon as he arrived, he realized the school was just as corrupt. Student leaders are free to punish others however they wished, while teachers ignored everything. One day, John deliberately shoved into him and demanded an apology. Peter refused. In response, John challenged him to meet at the fighting pit at 7 p.m. a standing rule. If Peter didn't show up, he'd be labeled a snitch. That evening, the pit was crowded with students eager to watch. Peter appeared, then turned and walked away. Instead, he called his mother and promised he would stay out of fights. Later that night, Sam stormed into his dorm and wrecked everything. By morning, Peter carried a new label, Rat. From then on, Sam confined Peter for weeks, forced him to dig a trench during the day, only to order him to fill it back in at night. Then one night, Sam escalated things. He barged into the dorm and dumped a bucket of human waste inside, filling the room with a nauseating stench. Peter quietly gathered the filth. That same night, he slipped into Sam's room while he slept and poured it all over his face. Sam erupted in fury. Peter was captured, tied to the ground, drenched with cold water, and left outside to shiver. Hours later, a girl found him and rescued him. The next day, Peter returned to his room to find his roommate, Elias, gone. All that remained was a letter. That was when it became clear if he kept tolerating everything, he would eventually be forced out. So Peter made a choice. He challenged John. Once again, the fighting pit filled with spectators. They expected an easy win. But before anyone could react, Peter struck. One after another, they fell. Only then did everyone realize he had never been weak. A few days later, Peter found Sam alone outside. Holding a wooden stick, he approached him. Sam, once fearless, dropped to his knees, trembling, begging for mercy. He even vomited from fear. After that, no one dared touch Peter again. In the end, he graduated. When he returned home, his stepfather summoned him into the room once more, belt in hand. But Peter wasn't the same boy anymore. He no longer depended on him. Looking straight into his eyes, Peter said coldly, "In half an hour, you'll wake up in a hospital." Then he closed the door behind him.